So, all right, let's just get settled into a nice, comfortable seated posture. I'm going back to gallery. And tomorrow we do have our Discovering Buddhism to Practice Day. So apparently everybody is welcome to come. So if you're not doing the practice day as a certificate, you can come, you can just drop in and out. There's a couple of sessions in the morning. There's one session in the morning and one session in the afternoon. But if you check the time on the website, you'll see when you can come in and come out again. And everybody is welcome to come in. If you can only come for an hour or half an hour, you're very welcome to come and do that. So, okay, let's start. Sorry, because of blah, 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 blah. So, just settle into a nice, comfortable seated posture. You can have both feet flat on the floor if they're not in a cross-legged position. Your shoulders are aligned with the hips and your ears aligned with your shoulders. And imagine your spine is this beautiful string of pearls of light that stretch from the base all the way up through the crown of the head and beyond. Just lengthening your spine, putting some space in between the vertebrae. Just go to the crown of the head and relax, release any tension, relax the face, back of the head, your jaw, shoulders, chest, belly, on all of your limbs. Notice the sensations of the breath as you inhale and exhale. So if you are feeling a little stressed about things, I mean, there's just so much information in on the media right now. You can maybe just take a step back and breathe in for 4 and out for 4. Feel your feet on the floor. And be aware of any sounds in your environment, just allowing those sounds to be there. So we're having quite a bit of rain this evening up here. This morning when I stepped outside, it smelled, because of all the forest, it's the first time it's been wet. It smelled like an aromatherapy session. It was beautiful. Pine, eucalyptus, all this kind of scents mixed. So it also could be a little distraction, because as I'm hearing the rain, I'm thinking about that smell. So just allow all the sounds, the smells, just to be there, trying not to go off and investigate. And then just notice the thoughts that might be arising in the mind, and just allow them to be there. Notice them with a level of curiosity and objectivity. So you're just observing, no judgment. Put some space in between the thoughts. And then very briefly bring to mind the friends, the enemies, the strangers, remembering they can all change place at any time. It's all interchangeable, these relationships. And they're all equal. They all have this wish to be happy, this wish to be free from suffering and having this extraordinary capacity for a Buddha mind. So we think we'll do this meditation this evening, this purification for all these people of our life, and by extension, all sentient beings. So we think there is no negativity that can't be purified. And this purification process is basically a psychological one. We create negativity with our mind, so equally we can create positivity instead. So we start with the first of the 4 opponent powers, which is the power of regret. So sincerely regret from the depths of your heart anything you have done to harm any living being on this day, in this life, and in all of our past lives, and think of specific actions of both your body and your speech, and then in general regret all. And the reason to regret is based on this logic of karma. And we experience everything due to our past karma, our past actions, and having harmed others, we ourselves will necessarily experience suffering in the future. And we cannot bear the thought of any future suffering that we will experience. We know from our present suffering we don't want any more. So logically, it makes sense to remove the karmic seeds before they ripen as future suffering for us. So think like this: I regret from the depths of my heart having harmed others with my body and my speech, having broken my vows, because I do not want the future suffering. I'm sick of suffering. And also regret any anger, attachment, and the rest that are the cause of why we harm others. And then think again, I'm sick of this suffering. And then think, what can I do about it? Whom can I turn to? So here we come to this power of reliance. So we rely upon, we turn to the Buddha, who we see as a doctor, who has these methods that we can use to purify. And it's not that we're needing this Buddha to forgive us. We're purifying ourselves by relying upon his methods. So imagine Vajrasattva above the crown of your head. You can also imagine this is the mind of your teacher manifesting in this form for your benefit. And he's made of this beautiful, radiant, blissful white light, sitting cross-legged on a white lotus and a moon cushion. He has a beautiful, radiant face. His eyes are shaped like lotus petals, and they're very peaceful and just full of love and compassion for you and all those people of your life. He has a sweet red mouth. His hair is black and held up in a top knot. His arms are crossed at his heart, the left underneath the right. The left is holding a bell representing wisdom, and the right is holding a vajra. And this represents the indestructibility of compassion. I just love that. Amazing. And their being crossed represents the union of these two. And this symbolizes enlightenment itself, the development of infinite wisdom and infinite compassion. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened by this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva. May I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. So in order to develop compassion, we need to rely upon other beings, the very beings we have harmed, and those who have harmed us, by developing compassion for them. So think particularly of people you've harmed recently and in the past, and then in general, all beings we have ever harmed since beginningless time. And then remember those who have harmed you and have compassion for them, because the harm they've caused you is going to result as suffering for them sometime in the future. So make a strong aspiration to do this practice of purification for all these sentient beings, and think, I must purify for their sake. And now we come to this power of remedy, and this is the medicine doing the practice of purification. And we start with the body, and imagine Vajrasattva very compassionately sends powerful white nectar, like coming out of a hose, quite forcefully from his heart, and it arcs around and enters your crown and pours into your entire body, filling you completely, and it keeps pouring into you until it forces out of your lower orifices all the harm you've ever done to any living being with your body in the form of inky liquid, and this pours out of you and disappears into space, not one atom left, as we recite the mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Jida Meboa Situkaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyatsa Sawa Kama Sita Me Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sata A Humpe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Jida Meboa Situkaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyatsa Sawa Kama Sita Me Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sata A Humpe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Jida Meboa Situkaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyatsa Sawa Kama Sita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Satra Ah Hum Pe Vajrasafa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasafa Dina Patita Jita Meboa Situkaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anurakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Satra Ah Hum Pe Vajrasafa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasafa Dina Patita Jita Meboa Situkaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anurakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Satra Ah Hum Pe Vajrasafa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasafa Dina Patita Jita Meboa Situkaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anurakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Satra Ah Hum Pe Vajrasafa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasafa Dina Patita Jita Meboa Situkaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Satra Ah Hum Pe. So be delighted that all the harm you've ever done to any sentient being with your body is now completely purified, and think that there's no way you could do anything but benefit others now with your body. And next is this purification of our speech. And again, Vajrasattva very happily sends powerful nectar from his heart chakra, and it arcs around and quite forcefully enters your crown and fills your entire body. Excuse me, except this time forcing up to the top of your body all the negativity of your speech. So this overflows and disappears into space, not one atom left. So you imagine all the gossip and the harsh speech, and the useless speech and lying and talking about people behind their backs. All of this is purified by this powerful nectar filling you as you recite the mantra. You guys continue. I'll get a drink.
Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dito Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasedi Mebi Satsusauka Sutrame Sitam Shriyam Kru Oh Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajraname Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Tsaka Ahum Ve. And I'm sorry, somebody's throwing a drink.
Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Sipokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasedi Mempiyata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Satra Ah Hum Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Meboa Sutokaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Satra Ah Hum Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Jita Meboa Sutokaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Satra Ah Hum Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Jita Meboa Sutokaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Satra Ah Hum Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Jita Meboa Sutokaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ah Hum Pe. So I just feel so happy that your speech is now completely purified, and imagine it's not possible to do anything other than benefit others now with your speech. And next, Vajrasattva now very compassionately sends powerful beams of light from his heart chakra, and this arcs around and enters your crown and fills your entire being. So it's the same as when you walk into a room and you flick on a switch. It's dark, and that light that comes instantly dispels the darkness. So the same here, the moment the light from Vajrasattva's heart hits your heart chakra, all the darkness of the negativity of your mind, all your attachment and neediness and anger and depression, anxiety, resentment, jealousy, bitterness, all of this instantly dispelled, not one atom left as we recite the mantra again. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Jita Meboa Situkaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ah Hum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Drita meboa, Situkaya meboa, Sipokaya meboa, Anarakta meboa, Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me, Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan, Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ah Hum Pe, Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya, Vajrasattva Dina Patita, Drita meboa, Situkaya meboa, Sipokaya meboa, Anarakta meboa, Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me, Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ah Hum Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Drita meboa, Situkaya meboa, Sipokaya meboa, Anarakta meboa, Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ah Hum Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Drita meboa, Situkaya meboa, Sipokaya meboa, Anurakta meboa, Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ah Hum Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Drita meboa, Situkaya meboa, Sipokaya meboa, Anurakta meboa, Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ah Hum Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Drita meboa, Situkaya meboa, Sipokaya meboa, Anurakta meboa, Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ah Hum Pe. So again, be delighted that all your delusions, which are the source of all of our own suffering and the cause of why we harm others with our body and our speech, are completely purified. And then think there's no space in your heart now for anything other than love and kindness and forgiveness and wisdom and bliss and compassion. And next is this purification of even the imprints of negativity of the body, speech, and mind. And this time, imagine the Vajrasattva sends light and nectar, and it fills you completely and eradicates even the subtlest imprints of negative energy from your consciousness. So, and you just imagine this as we recite this mantra one last time tonight. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Drita meboa, Situkaya meboa, Sipokaya meboa, Anurakta meboa, Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ah Hum Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Jida meboa, Situkaya meboa, Sipokaya meboa, Anurakta meboa, Sawasidi Mimpiata Sawa Kamasita me, Sitam Shriam Kuru Hum Ha Ha Ho Bhagawan, Sawa Tatagata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sata Ah Humpe. And Vajrasafa Samaya Manupalaya, Vajrasafa Jina Patita, Jina meboa, Situkaya meboa, Sipokaya meboa, Anurakta meboa, Sawasidi Mimpiata Sawa Kamasita me, Sitam Shriam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sata Ah Humpe. And Vajrasafa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasafa Dina Patita Jida Meboa Situkaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anurakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sata Ah Humpe. And Vajrasafa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasafa Dina Patita Jida Meboa Situkaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anurakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sata Ah Humpe. And Vajrasafa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasafa Dina Patita Drina Meboa Situkaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anurakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sata Ah Humpe. And Vajrasafa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasafa Dina Patita Jida Meboa Situkaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anurakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriam Kuru Hum Ha Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ah Hum Pe. And now feel completely purified. There's not one atom of negativity left in your mind stream. Even the subtlest obscurations to your enlightenment have been removed. And now we come to this power of resolve. And this is the fourth and final step in the purification process, and a really crucial one. And this is this determination to refrain from harming with our body and our speech and our mind. And without this determination, without making a decision like this, we're just going to keep following the same old habit energies, the same old neurological pathways. So if we want to try something different, we need to aspire to it. So first of all, make a rejoice in your efforts coming along tonight. And then think of something that you've been working on that you would like to continue to work on between now and Monday. Actually, tomorrow we will do a purification practice at the end of the day. So if you all want to do Vajrasattva, come in for the last 30 minutes. You're very welcome to join. Vajrasattva is delighted with us and wants to merge with your mind, melts into white light and absorbs into you through your crown. And think, my teacher's body, speech, and mind, Vajrasattva's body, speech, and mind, and my own body, speech, and mind are the same. So next, just a little bit on emptiness. In emptiness, there is no I, the creative negative karma. There is no action of creating negative karma. There is no negative karma created. So at whatever level you understand emptiness, place your mind there for a little while. We can think of all phenomena as being empty. They do not exist from their own side. We can also think that the way things appear to me may not necessarily be the way they exist. So let's just dedicate all the merit, all the positive energy you've created doing this practice to all living beings, and think, may all the virtuous karma I've created from doing this practice ripen as my enlightenment for the sake of sentient beings as quickly as possible. And also let's think this evening to dedicate specifically for Gabe's mum and for Gabe and the family, because 91 is old. It's getting up there, and it's broken hip plus dementia is probably quite a challenge for her as well. And there's also, I know there's Mary's mum also so for all of you looking after elderly folks, parents, relatives, lots of love and best wishes for that. So let's just dedicate for them as well. Okay, everybody, let's do our chanting the names of Manjushri. Protector, we rejoice. How excellent, how excellent what you have clearly taught through your lofty aim, through you, our lofty aim has been achieved, which leads to true and full awakening. And so the aims of helpless mundane beings who seek the fruits of perfect liberation, just this taught in the Mahayana, I think they mean Mahayana, is the noble path that leads to excellence. With largeness, vastness, and profundity, with meaning great, achieving beings' aims, just this comprises every Buddha's sphere. Just this is taught by all awakened ones. Okay, everybody, and let's have a strong wish for His Holiness the Dalai Lama to live long, for the swift return of our precious Lama Zopa Rinpoche, and for all of your own personal teachers to live long. Thank you, Shayla, for stepping in and chanting. It was very interesting that I lost my voice at the point during the speech bit, during the purification of the speech. So that didn't pass my attention. All right, everybody, lots of love. I look forward to seeing some of you tomorrow morning. If you can make it, or any time during the day, just feel welcome to drop in and out as you feel. Okay, lots of love, everybody. Thank you.
Good night, Venerable Katie.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you very